is Jamie Saben. I'm the proud granddaughter of Elmer Saben. We have come here today to celebrate his high school graduation. Almost 70 years late. In the spring of 1944, instead of attending his graduation ceremony, he was off defending our country. It's been a long journey arriving to this graduation day, and it wouldn't have been possible without the kind help and contributions of a gentleman I'd now like to introduce. He is the acting chaplain of the American Legion Post in Burton, and that is Mr. Larry Aird.
Thank you, Jamie. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
It's been a long time.
But you made it.
70
Almost. We're not here yet.
70 years.
70 years. Oh my goodness gracious. Most of you heard Fox 8 News was kind to come and thought this was an appropriate thing to cover today. So they said check at 6 or possibly at 10 o'clock. So if all the traffic stops at 6 and 10 in Newberry, we know where you all are. Truly appreciate everybody being here. You're right, Elmer. It was your granddaughters a few weeks ago that said, isn't there some way we can do this? And I thought, well, that's not that difficult. I spent 8 years on the board. I knew Mr. Wagner, and I knew he knew how to do it. Then we got a twist. They said, well, actually, he didn't graduate from Newberry all the way, lived here all his life. He graduated from Orange School. I said, okay, well, that's a different twist. Mr. Wagner, how are we going to handle this one? And Mr. Wagner, as normal, said, we can handle this one. So with that, I'm going to introduce Mr. Wagner, Dick Wagner, Superintendent of Newberry Schools. Nice to meet you, Elmer.
Thank you.
When Larry called me, I'm sure the thought that went through his mind was he wanted somebody of limited ability, but who was very persistent. And that's me. I tend to believe we live in a country with very short memories. And we tend to have taken for granted the fact that we're here in a church, we're able to worship as we please, we're educated where we want to be educated, we have freedoms that are ours because a group of men and women have given up their time, talents, and sometimes their lives for us to have this privilege. And when someone says, can you do something for a veteran, we pull out all the stops. I'd like to thank a lot of people. First, my wife, Darla, who is an administrator in the Orange system, so I knew I had a connection with Orange. Second, I'd like to thank Fate and Fortune because the colors for Newberry and Orange are both orange and black. So it made some of the pieces work much better. I'd like to thank the Superintendent Secretary, Jane Lindmark, the Secretary to the High School Principal at Orange, Jean Vargo, Paul Lucas, the high school principal, Barb Davis, who has come here as an assistant principal at Orange High School to present the diploma, along with the board president of the Orange City School District, Sam Steinhaus. I would also like to thank Rick Call of Herff Jones, the company that we both use to do diplomas. Rick got off his easy chair and came up to Newberry to get both Orange and Newberry diplomas, took them home, printed them correctly, and got them back to me within a day. We're very happy to have participated in the opportunity to present a well-deserved high school diploma for an education he got outside the school system to Elmer Saben. Thank you, Larry. I'm going to ask Barb Davis and Sam Steinhaus to stand, and I think we're going to play Pomp and Circumstance.
In October of 1943, 18-year-old Elmer Saben, who was a student at Orange High School, felt the call of duty and entered the United States Army. After basic training at Fort Hays in Ohio, he served in the Battle of Luzon. his honorable discharge from military service in February of 1946 lists the following decorations and citations: Asiatic Pacific Theater Ribbon with Bronze Star, Philippine Liberation Ribbon with Bronze Star, Good Conduct Medal, and Victory Medal. So at this time, in grateful recognition for his service to his community and to his country, the Orange school system today, and by Mr. Sam Steinhaus, awards the Orange High School Diploma to Mr. Elmer R. Saben.
Let's present this to you, your high school diploma.
The last task of this ceremony will signify your transition to graduate. We will turn your tassel from the right to the left, and congratulations. You are now an alumni of Orange High School.
Well, I'm only took 69 years. I almost made it in less, but not much.
I'm so overwhelmed, I don't know what to say.
You don't have to yet. We got a whole afternoon, Elmer. You can keep talking. When you're ready to talk, say something, okay? We got one more thing, Elmer, this afternoon. I'm going to ask the honor guard for the American Legion to come forward. Honor guard, hand salute. Two. Many of you know, many of you probably don't know that Elmer, in addition to being a plumber and being a wonderful person in his life, served involved in the American Legion off and on for a number of years here in Newberry. And most recently, Elmer's desire was to continue his association. And recently, Elmer, your dues have been renewed, and you are an official member of the Burton American Legion. This is the letter saying it's for real. And I'm not sure, Elmer, you know where your old hat is from years ago, but if you don't, here's a new one. And wear it proudly.
Thank you.
That was interesting when we brought this to the attention of the Burton American Legion, as well as the Newberry American Legion, and said, can we get some people who would come out on a beautiful Sunday afternoon? And you can see it was not very difficult. So I appreciate it. Earl, Elmer, congratulations for what you've done all these years.
I appreciate the Legion. I appreciate all the people that have come to recognize my long time coming graduation. I hope, but I know it won't happen, I could live another 78, 70. But
Well, we'll
this
have to
day
have
and
another.
age, there's no guarantee whether you live or die. So, but I'm proud to be an American through and through. And anybody that doesn't like America, they can see how the rest of the world lives under the guise of freedom, which isn't really freedom. Thank you.
Thank you, Elmer. Honor guard, hand salute. Two. Dismissed.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no problem. That's what we're all about. You just gotta ask. You have a right to know how to do it.
Congratulations, Grandpa.
Congratulations, Grandpa.
Yeah. Congratulations, Dad. All right, about you.
Okay, my turn.
Wife's turn.
Thank all of you for taking time out of such a beautiful day to be here with us to celebrate my grandfather's graduation. I'd like to give a special thanks to a list of people, starting with the American Legion Post in Burton for all that they have done, all the representatives from Orange Schools, thank you for coming out, the Geauga Veteran Services Commission, who is also very instrumental in making this happen. Pastor Bob, we thank you for allowing us to use the church. Let's see, I'd like to thank Randy Brock for doing the video for my family, Bruce Riley for giving Grandpa and I a motorcycle escort with the flag and the lights on it on our way here. I'd like to thank Teresa Smith for doing the decorations and providing some cookies. Patty Cabot made the punch for us today. It's delicious. You should definitely try it. And of course, my family for their ongoing support as always. Thank you.
Three most well-known verses, the ones that are marked 1, 2, and 4. Let's stand as we sing.